Welcome to Passionate Living, and I am with Shuba, my soul daughter, here in Santa Barbara, California. It's your beautiful home. Oh my God.
Not a bad view.
Not a bad view. That is the Pacific Ocean in the background. So, and the hot tub and the pool where we were last night. But, you know, life is tough.
Life is tough.
So on today's show, you know how I don't like putting stuff in my face.
Mm-hmm.
So like Botox or any of that, I won't do that stuff. It's just my own thing. And anybody who wants to do it, but it's just my thing. I don't like putting anything artificial in because I'm like that holistic person. So I went to this amazing spa, and they took my blood, they spun it around in a centrifuge. We're both biology majors, so we appreciate the centrifuge thing.
Yes.
And they got the liquid gold out of it, platelet-rich plasma.
Wow.
And they put it in my face, and it's supposed to like produce more collagen and like.
You can tell.
Can you?
A little bit.
Do I look a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. This is why I love her. That and a million more reasons. And so we're gonna have that story, and then Rifat and I went up and down the coast.
I can just imagine how
I know, right? Poor Rifat.
If you haven't, it should be on your bucket list to do.
Yes, to go up and down that coast. Not in the pouring rain, not when you're in a hurry, to get to a film festival up in Eureka from Los Angeles, drive back down and do the Natural Products. Don't do it that way. Do it when you can take your time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we did a film festival up in Eureka. Rifat and I got to speak at the film festival. We'll have a little of that.
Beautiful.
And that was on that.
What was that called?
The Golden Rule boat.
Golden Rule boat.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got accolades for the work we did in season 5 on the Golden Rule, which is a peace boat that helps to stop. It actually helped to stop the nuclear testing in oceans.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is.
So that's going to be our show. And then of course we went to Natural Products, and you know all about that show.
Oh, it is incredible. All of the natural food companies, skincare products,
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Show of shows, and we have some great stories from there. So it's a wonderful way to launch season 6, and I'm so happy to do
Me
it with
too.
you. Brittany, this is so
Hi.
cool.
Yes.
It's so nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you for coming in.
Now I'm in your hands today. What are you going to do to me?
So we are going to be talking about one of our favorite treatments here at the spa. It's called PRP, platelet-rich plasma. They actually stem from doctors who used to use it for athletes for injuries of the joint. We take your platelet-rich plasma from your own blood, so it's all of what your body made. We spin it to get the platelets out, and we inject it into areas where we want to see cellular rejuvenation, anti-inflammation, all kinds of really, really great benefits.
So the plasma, platelet, stem cells are all going into
Growth
those
factors,
areas.
yep, all growth factors that your body made itself.
Right.
We're just manipulating it a little bit just
Okay.
to get more bang for our buck.
And you do a lot of different therapies here, right?
Yep.
What else do you do?
We are really, really big about right now, especially in 2025, regenerative medicine here. So we want things that are more natural. We say undetectable injectables. So we want women feeling, and men feeling their best and feeling that they don't have artificial things necessarily in their face to look a certain way, and we really want to make our bodies do the work, and that's what we're really big about here. So using biostimulators, PRP, all kinds of therapies just to get things going inside of your body that is going to show them on the outside.
That's what I love. I love the whole thing of having our bodies heal themselves,
Yes.
so that we're not putting all these chemicals, the Botox, the fillers,
Yeah.
the things in our skin, and when your body can regenerate itself naturally on
Exactly.
its own, it's more long-term and it's more natural looking.
Absolutely.
Ashley, this was an amazing experience. I have no makeup on. I've had my face poked.
It really started from my passion for biohacking. I got into that a couple years ago. I think I was feeling like, oh my God, I'm getting older, what can I do? And I went to this conference, this biohacking conference. It was in Beverly Hills at the Hilton.
Oh,
and there was all these interesting people and gadgets there, and I spent a whole day, I was in hyperbaric chambers and getting my, needles in my head and having air compression machines on, and I'm like, I love this. So I wanted to create a place where you're not just getting the fillers and the Botox, but you're trying to reverse from the inside out, because that really is what you don't want to cover something up. You want to try to stop it from happening.
Right.
And there's so much you can do. We have so many peptides, anything from building muscle to sex drive to building collagen and elastin, better sleep quality, lengthening your telomeres. There's something for anything that you want to do. I do a ton of them. I mean, I have a mini fridge in my bathroom with all of my peptides. I'm not kidding you. It's actually a wine fridge with peptides.
How funny.
And I poke myself at night and in the morning, but it helps. I mean, I have a friend that has been coming here. She's in her late 50s, and she has probably sent us 40 people because her friends keep coming up to her and they're like, you look amazing, what are you doing? And we have lasers, we're doing biostimulators, which instead of just being filler that you're putting in your face, they actually help stimulate your collagen and elastin rather than covering up a problem.
Right.
Because everybody is kind of not wanting that pillow face look anymore.
Right.
It's very obvious. I mean, there could be a girl that's 25 and she looks like she's 40 because she had too many fillers done.
That's the issue I have with the Botox and the fillers, is they're not natural, and eventually, over time, and they're marketing this to people in their 20s, and they're saying, oh, if you start young, you won't get the wrinkles. That's so not true, and eventually, it just kills the muscles.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, everything has its place.
Right.
Botox is great for things like you have very hooded eyes, or you have an eyebrow that you're lifting up and it's like way up here, and it's just not something, you don't want to go and get surgery to fix it. It can fix things like that. It's good for headaches. But again, these things are temporary. You really want to do the inside work, and even things like your diet. I mean, it makes drinking enough water, all that stuff. We do the GLPs, like the weight loss stuff here, and that's helped people tremendously because, as you know, our food is like designed to make us addicted to it. I mean, I think I heard that high fructose corn syrup is like 7 times more addictive than heroin. So, I mean, women and men that are struggling to lose weight and they've done every single diet known to man and they can't stop eating, it really helps. I mean, you don't have to be on it long term. You can do small doses long term because it does help with things like PCOS. Amazing for that. We have 2 really great nurse practitioners here. They're very knowledgeable. So everybody's loving it so far. We don't do a lot of marketing, so we have everything is word of mouth.
Why I am so excited to let people know what you're doing here, because you light up. You're passionate about it.
I love it.
This is your passion. Like, this is not a business to you. I mean, it's a business, but this is what you love. And I love that you're doing something that is just touching so many lives and doing it in a natural way.
So we're gonna get started. What I'm gonna have you do is take your arm out of your sleeve. So what I'm gonna do is draw your blood to start.
Now my soul sister, who's behind the camera on this, is kind of like, Kat, I would take a sword for you, but you do this first. And if it isn't too painful and you don't look funny after, I'll do it.
Yeah?
That's what I said.
I know.
Alrighty, so this is gonna go in here. We're gonna close this up. Give that a little spin for 2 minutes. So that's my water. This is our plasma there. So we're gonna draw up the plasma here, just until we hit the red blood cells down there. We're getting the extra rich plasma. So we do one more spin just to make sure it's nice and separated. All right, my dear. So I was just telling them it's gonna be mixed with pink because I get the buffer at the bottom that has a lot of growth factors at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So just a little red blood cell residue, which is totally normal.
Oh my God, Brittany.
I know.
Thank you.
For torturing you, you're welcome.
I don't thank anyone for pain of that nature. I just had the PRP done, and definitely it is not for the faint of heart, and that it's a little painful.
Yes, it is.
But
Yeah.
I see the difference already.
It's my favorite thing that we do here. Everybody knows that I love it. So if I'm going on a trip, I always do it a few days before because my skin is glowing. And I also feel like it gets rid of the inflammation in my face. Like I have a little bit of rosacea and a little bit of keratosis, and it smooths everything out. I mean, my girlfriends and I went on a girls' trip a couple years ago, and I did it a few days before. And my friends say, "What did you do to your face?" I'm like, "It's the PRP. It will take 10 years off of you." There's nothing more rewarding than when you see somebody coming in here. Women we have to see the results before we can continue. So let's say you're going to the gym and you're there for 2 weeks and you don't lose any weight and you're like, okay, forget it, I quit. A lot of us do that. But if you're losing the weight because you have something helping you, I've seen women come in here and they're kind of like looking sloppy. They're losing the weight. The next time you see them, their hair is done. The next time you see them, their makeup is done. Now they have an outfit on. Now they're like, what else can I do? They're in the red light bed. They're doing peptides. And then their entire life and aura changes because they feel good about themselves. I think a woman that's confident is unstoppable.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I love that, again, this whole show is about people living their passions, using them to make a difference in the world around them. And you are. You're affecting people's lives. You're doing something very different. You're not just pumping them up with chemicals and fillers and stuff. You're actually helping people to rejuvenate themselves and get their confidence back. And oh my God, I love it. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming to support some filmmakers and get to experience a little bit of this crazy adventure that's been the Golden Rule, not just crossing the ocean a couple of times, but also the long legacy that it's had. I've known Kiko for many years, so I get on the phone with him and having no sailing experience whatsoever, I talked them into letting me crew on this vessel. So that's a little bit of the inside look on how I got to be a part of this whole family, and it really does feel like that. So glad you're all here, glad you get to experience this.
We both thought it was going to be this big boat. So you notice the camera is shaking a little bit. We couldn't put it on a tripod. We had to kind of makeshift things, and we filmed this story. But when we heard the story, and it's so beautiful because Kiko wasn't able to be here today, and he was here through the story. He just told it so well, and in such his very calm, storytelling way, and it brought the whole thing together.
And once people get the ABCs of Golden Rule, they're like, oh my God, why didn't I know about this earlier?
It's been quite the journey. So we hope a lot of people see this story about the Golden Rule, and it can really just enlighten everybody as to the amazing work that you guys are doing. I'm just blown away. So we're glad to be part of the family now too, so thank you.
When you meet a person who's excited about your story, you're gonna feel excited. And that's what she captures, and I then just bring it all together in post.
Thank you, Rita.
You guys have to be applauded for that.
Thank you. Reef, I just pushed my head back in the mic.
He's going to keep you in the mic.
Heck, you know how boys are so technically inclined. It's like, I'm just going to push you where you need to be. I don't need to talk.
He's my soul son. Like, I'll be struggling with something on the phone, and he'll just grab it and go, get this to me.
Well, I want people to hear your beautiful voice.
That's true. Well-intentioned and well-informed.
I'm with Barry, my friend Barry.
I'm Barry.
Barry, what is this place?
This is Kind Supply Direct, and we're a custom printing packaging company. We do mostly business for the cannabis industry, although we do some wine labels and some mushroom gummies and whatever. We're a custom printing and packaging company. Welcome, and if you have any packaging needs, do you have any packaging needs?
I might have some packaging needs.
Well,
I'll talk to you about that.
I'd be very happy to talk to you about it.
And then look at this tray. This is beautiful.
So yeah, they do trays, and they do non-stick trays like this. They even have these lovely covers, magnetic covers that go on the tray so that your bud can be nicely put away without it,
Yeah, without it being right out in here. This is cool.
Okay.
Wow.
And you can see her.
Wow. Did you animate that?
No. That was a customer did this.
That is so cool.
Isn't that outrageous?
Oh my God. I am here with Diana, and I love your product.
Well, thank you, Kat.
Would you tell me a little about it? Because I have a hard time with yogurts. I go to the store and I look at the labels, and there's so much stuff in it, and there's additives and sugar, and it's just awful. And I just love what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Kat. We are Bellwether Farms. We are a small creamery in Northern California. We've been making cheeses and yogurt for over 30 years. We started making our yogurts in 2000. We do believe in full fat and whole milk We don't add any preservatives, we don't add any extra sugars to it, and we just love the creamy, wonderful flavor that the sheep and the cow milk gives.
And I love sheep milk yogurt because I digest it a lot better than the cow's milk, so it's easier for me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Every day, every week, every day, we get emails from young people, old people, nutritionists, doctors, everyone that just says, your yogurts are so good for me and I can digest them.
Now, how did you start? It's your family business. What was your creation?
My mother-in-law is amazing. My in-laws were retiring from living in the city, and they wanted to live in Petaluma. They bought a small little 34 acres in Petaluma.
Right.
My mother-in-law was a retired nurse. My father-in-law was still practicing. He was a physician. They bought the property. We got a ticket from the Sonoma County Sheriff that our grass was too high. So my mother-in-law went to the auction yard and she's like, cow, goat, sheep, what should I get? So she bought 10 ewes and 1 ram to be lawnmowers.
I love it.
She brought them home, put them on the thing, and so the grass was trimmed. But we also started having baby lambs. So on Christmas Eve of 1986, we had our first twins, and we named them Christmas and Eve. And so then we had sheep. And so my mother-in-law said, what are we going to do with these lambs and sheep? A very good friend from the Middle East was visiting and was looking at the animals on the hill and said, have you ever thought of making cheese? Some of the best cheeses from the Middle East, from Spain, from Greece are made with sheep milk.
Okay.
My family loves eating. We didn't even have put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
My husband was just graduating from college, and so he came home, he helped his mom mend some fences, make a few barns, and we still are on that same property, in the same barns, and that. So it's really, it was,
That's how it started.
That's how it started, completely crazy.
And I know you and I share the same passion of young people in our country with this addiction to sugar.
Yes.
And all these sweets. And that's what yogurt has really become ice cream.
It has become.
In a lot of the...
When you look at every brand around here and you pick up and you read the nutritionals and you see added sugars, it's horrific, and we're raising children and they're just getting addicted to it. So we do no added sugars. It's fruit. The sugar comes from the milk. Milk naturally has sugar in it, and then the fruit has a little bit of sugar in it. The only one that we do add a little bit of sugar to is the vanilla, and it's very moderate. So
beautiful.
And we get comments on that too, like, oh, if people eat it, it's not sweet. We're like, it's not meant to be sweet. It's so nice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's really good.
Oh my God, thank you so much, and thank you for everything you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's so great to meet you. Thank you so much for watching today. Remember to press like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really love us supporting what we're doing, become a member and we'll give you some great behind the scenes stuff that nobody else gets to see. And also continue your exploration of passionate living by watching one of these awesome videos. Thanks again.